Good evening, fans. Welcome inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse for girls volleyball. It is Big 3 girls volleyball, and it is senior night here in the Durfee gym. We have the senior night festivities about to kick off. We'll turn it over to JV coach Chris Polisano, who just had his JV team win their game against, or their match against Brockton. So they came out on top in 3 games. And now the varsity girls, who unfortunately are not going to be really in the Big 3 picture this year in terms of winning a league championship, they are in the playoffs for the first time since the fall 2006 season. Can you believe that? So it's been a long time, and the Durfee girls are very excited to be in the playoffs. Brockton on the other side is also going to be in the playoffs. They do have Big 3 ramifications in this game. If they win today, they will tie for the Big 3 win with New Bedford. If they lose, New Bedford wins it outright. Durfee at 10-9, Brockton at 11-8. So at this time, we're going to toss it over to JV coach Chris Polisano with the senior night festivities.
Good evening and welcome to the Luke Urban Fieldhouse for tonight's volleyball game between the Brockton Boxers and your Durfee Hilltoppers. We would like to take this time to acknowledge our seniors who will be playing in the final in-season game tonight. We would like to thank them for their years of hard work. They have become great role models for our underclassmen and will be missed. First, let's introduce Brockton senior athletes. Number 4, Gabrielle Serrano. Number 16, Liz LeBlue. Number 7, Angel Uwakazi. Number 13, Dickenzie Marcellus. And now for the Durfee seniors. Number 3, Captain Jenna Moniz. Number 4, Marielle Hanin. Number 5, Bethany Baker. Number 7, Cindy Resendiz. Number 8, Alexandria Fernandez. Number 12, Molly Pereira. And number 14, Captain Rafaela Ramos. Thank you, girls. Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Nice opening ceremony there to honor the class of 2017. Of course, you know, the fall senior night's always a little bit different in the sense that it's not the last hurrah for a lot of these athletes, because there are many of them in the fall that will go on and play winter sports and go on to play spring sports as well. So while it's bittersweet that this is their last game, for example, here in girls volleyball, it does not mean that the year is over. It does not mean that their high school career is over, because there are 2 more seasons. So that's the good news. And, you know, too, both teams are going to the playoffs, so they still have a long road ahead of them as well. Again, Coach Polisano announcing the seniors for both sides. There were 4 for Brockton, and then for Durfee, 7 seniors. And that is something that Coach Kelly Bullier told me before the game was really one of the things that clicked this year, is that these girls, these 7 seniors, have been playing together for the last 4 years. They are all 4-year players. They play in the off season during the summer. So they have a lot of experience, and that is obviously so invaluable to have that court time to actually practice and play and get that in-game experience and practice time and whatnot. So they know what they're doing out there, and it's one of those things that both sides, again, having good seasons. Durfee 10-9, as I said in the open. Brockton at 11-8. The first point will go to Brockton. But when you consider that last year's Lady Hilltoppers only had 3 or 4 wins, and that they surpassed that mark after the first week of the season, you kind of knew it was going to be a little bit different this year. That's going to fall in. Good serve there from Emily Kritsukaninas. Pardon me, Kritsukaninas. That is the pronunciation there. Kritsukaninas. And she will continue to serve with her Lady Boxers up 2-0 here in the early going. So we played at 25. Like tennis, you got to win by 2. So if it's, say, 24-24, then it could go 26 points if you get my drift there. And then in the 5th game, if it goes that far, if we're tied after 4 sets, 4 games, in the 5th, we'll play to 15. And again, you got to win by 2. So we go as long as it goes. It's like deuce in tennis. You got to win by 2 points. So Brockton out to the early 3-0 lead here in Game 1 of this Big 3 match. Evan Massoud with you here on Fred TV as we start to wrap up the fall season. We will have one more football game at home this season. The Durfee Hilltoppers will be back later this week. They'll get to square off against Bishop Thean for the regular season finale for them. The home schedule coming to an end. And if the weather's good, we're hoping the weather will be good, and like it was last Friday night. If the weather is good, then we'll have homecoming night out on the field, and it'll also be senior night for the boys. And, of course, Thanksgiving, the big game of the fall, right? Thanksgiving against New Bedford, that will be in New Bedford this year. So we'll be hitting the road on Thanksgiving morning. The Durfee boys soccer team is in the playoffs, and they've won the Big 3. In fact, they've won 11 games in a row as of game time here tonight, beating Diamond earlier this week, 2-0, a shutout for the Hilltoppers. So it's been a really good season for Durfee's athletic program here this fall. It really has been a good one. And hopefully we'll see some of these teams, you know, go deep into the playoffs. No one-and-dones, right? We've seen that a lot across the board, not just with Durfee, but, you know, with all the high schools here in the city. We've seen a lot of that in the last couple of seasons. You know, there were some teams that went deep, say 3 or 4 years ago in certain sports, but it would be nice to see some of these teams go deep in the playoffs here in the fall. Another point for Brockton, and they are off to the hot start. 7-1 the score. Something else, keep in mind, over at Diamond, the football team, led by former Hilltopper coach Steve Winarski. He is now the head coach over there at Diamond. He's been coaching there the last few seasons, now in the head coaching position. And they are 5-1. They won the Mayflower League after beating Bishop Conley last week in the regular season finale. And what do they get? Well, they get the number 2 seed, and they get to host the round 1 playoff game. And it's against Bishop Conley. They get a rematch with their league and city rivals. So that game is this weekend. And be sure to be on the lookout if you're watching this one at home. Check our listings for that game as well. That's going to go long. That was Gabriela Serrano sending it long that time. Head coach for Brockton this year is Kate Fallon Como, or Como rather. Stephanie, their regular head coach, just welcomed a baby into the world, so she is on maternity leave rather, and so they have Coach Como in there. She's an assistant coach. Stephanie Landerholm is the head coach who, as I said, she's out on maternity leave, so she did not get to coach this season, but she will be back. That's a good serve for the Hilltoppers. They get one back. That was Alexandria Fernandez rather. Gets Durfee their 5th point, 9-5, and they'll keep it. She'll get to serve again. That was close, might have been a little long, but Brockton had to play it too close for comfort. And that's going to fall. Miscommunication there. We saw Molly Pereira and Rafaela Ramos both there in the mix, and both thought the other had it. Brockton on the serve now. It's Ayanna Griffith. Ramos for Durfee sends it over. Trying to put it away was Leila DePina. Now getting a shot is Angel Uikazi. And the Boxers end up getting the point there. Good serve from Griffith again. That one counts as an ace, and it's a 7-point advantage here in game 1 for Brockton. Ramos plays it. She'll try for the kill, and she'll get the point. Sydney Resendiz checking in, one of the 7 seniors. One of our Fred TV seniors. That goes out. Borderline, very close. Tough one to take, but that was out of bounds. Mackenzie Marcellus wearing the libero there. She let that go, and now an ace delivered by Pereira, so the Hilltoppers with back-to-back points. Actually, 3 straight points for Durfee. Cuts it to 4, 12-8 the score. Another good serve for Pereira. That's into the net. They play it off the net. It goes back into the net. Just over the net. Can't play it. Serrano has it go off the arms. Out of bounds. So Durfee on a 5-0 run here, and Molly Pereira continues to serve. Looking good early. That's a little bit long, and Brockton will get it back. A good little run there for Durfee to climb back into this first game Now only down 13-10. Serving is Elizabeth LeBleu. That's going to fall in, and it's Kayla Burns putting it down. Brockton will make a substitution. Coming in is Emily Chris-Ukenis. And that's going to go out of play. So after getting the point, and actually I said the wrong name, I apologize. It was Oquendo for Durfee who had gotten the point, and then she just served, went out of bounds. So now Chris-Ukenis for Brockton will get to serve. Resendiz tried to put it away. Ramos backs her up, and that is in. Oh, that was close too. We've seen a lot of close ones right on the back line there. And Ramos will get to serve. That's going to go into the net. Brockton will get it back. Marcellus, good strong serve. Kind of ate up Jenna Moniz there a little bit. Moniz plays at that time. Bethany Baker sets up Fernandez. The Boxers keep it in, and unable to put it over was Serrano. And Durfee will keep it. Or should I say get it back. It's a three-point game again. 16-13, and Sydney Resendiz will serve. High arcing serve, a little long. So Durfee can play spoilers today, because if they can knock out Brockton here, Brockton will not get a share of the Big Three crown. It'll be solely New Bedford's championship. However, if Brockton wins, they will tie New Bedford for the Big Three. Kind of got to be a weird feeling, though, knowing that, like for Durfee, mathematically, they're out of the Big Three, but they're playing a Big Three team so late in the season. It's kind of got to be just a little bit strange. I guess really it'd be more like any other game. Coach Bullier told me that really at this point, this is a game that they can try to build momentum with, or that's what she hopes at least, as Griffith put it over for the point. It's a 6-point game now. But basically from this point forward until the playoffs, every game is really going to be treated like a playoff game. Got to win, and you want to improve your tournament seeding. If Durfee loses today, they're at 500, 10-10. So they have the 10 wins, but they also have the 10 losses if they lose today. They want to win this game and stay above 500. It'll help them in the seeding tremendously. Right now, trailing by, well, was 7, make it trailing by 6 now. 20-14, Durfee will go back on the serve. And if you're just joining us, the Hilltoppers in gray jerseys this year. A new look for Durfee, usually red and black. So Brockton actually wearing the red. Don't be confused here. Durfee with the gray and red numbers. Brockton wearing red jerseys with black striping and white numbers. That gets over, and it'll be another point for Durfee. So now 20-16. Baker on the serve again. Trying to put it over there was Griffith. And that will fall, and it'll be DePina getting the point. And Colleen Kilroy, she checks in now. And she will serve. Baker sends it back. Could not get the set there. Oquendo sends it over. Now Brockton trying to put it away. That was DePina again. Molly Pereira sends it over, and it goes out of play. And just over the net. Wow, I didn't think he was going to make it over, and it did. Pereira tried to put it away. There's a strong hit. Out of bounds it goes, so Durfee does end up getting the point there. And Fernandez will get to serve. DePina got the set. Now Ramos on the other side trying to put it away, and she does. (22-18), Brockton ahead. Durfee climbing back again. They have never led in this first game, or first set, whatever you prefer, either or. That is a strong serve by a very tall Ayanna Griffith. That's into the net. Durfee will get it back. They're still alive in this first game. And it will be Molly Pereira on the serve. She had a few good serves her last time. Durfee went on a 5-0 run. Ramos trying to put it away, and it's out of bounds. And Brockton has a game point here in the first game with a 24-19 score. Boxers will look to put it away. They have the serve. And it'll be Elizabeth LeBlue trying to do the honors. It's a good serve. It's over the net. Ramos has to send it over on the third touch. Third touch now for Brockton. They got to get it back over. That is out, and Brockton takes game one, 25-19. Okay, both teams back out on the court, ready to commence Game 2 in this Big 3 match on senior night here at Durfee. Evan Massoud with you here as the Lady Hilltoppers host the Lady Boxers from Brockton. We have switched sides. Durfee now on the left, Brockton now on the right. Brockton took Game 1 moments ago, 25-19. The Lady Hilltoppers look to even things up here in Game 2. And actually, that was a relatively quick first game. We started a little late because JV went to 3 games. But it was well worth it from a Durfee side, from the Durfee standpoint, because the Lady Hilltoppers won in JV action. They took that 3rd game, so they won 2-1. Now the varsity team hoping to do the same, but they'll have to come from behind. On the serve here to begin things in Game 2 will be Rafaela Ramos. She's ready to deal. Here we go. And it's out of play off to the left. And that'll put Brockton on the serve. Not wasting any time is Chris Ukenis. And that falls in. Putting it down was Uwakazi. Right in front of the net, one of the seniors on this team for Brockton. There are 4. She was a player that Coach Fallon Como said to keep an eye on, and she's had a few good hits. That's an ace, and it's a 3-0 start. Very similar to how Game 1 started for Durfee. They trailed. They never led in Game 1, and now they're down 3-zip to start Game 2. Continuing to serve will be Chris Ukenis. That's dug out by the sophomore for Durfee, Gabrielle Streeto. Gabriel Streeto. She's wearing the libero. That's out of play. We saw Gabby make some nice plays in Game 1 as well, especially towards the end, wearing the libero jersey, the white libero. Brockton's is number 13 in black. That is Dickenzie Marcellus wearing the black libero. Resendiz trying to put it away, and that should be a point for Durfee. It is. So Sydney Resendiz puts Durfee up on the scoreboard here in Game 2. It is now 5-1 Brockton. And she will sub out for the moment. And Molly Pereira will go back on the serve. It's her 3rd time serving tonight. Good strong serve there. And no can do. Elizabeth LeBlue lets it go right off the arms. Looking to set up Serrano. Serrano gets it over. Lady Hilltoppers trying to keep it going. What a save there. Dacunia Silver got it over. A last-second touch. That's coming back. Going back the other way now. Can't find a rhythm. Serrano tries to put it away, and the Boxers do finally get the point. That was a pretty wild sequence right there. Barbara Dacunia Silva is from Brazil, actually. She's a sophomore this year. And the Durfee head coach tells me that she has been a spark this year. Again, only a sophomore. She came over to Durfee late last year. So the volleyball season had ended, so she actually missed last year as a freshman. But as a sophomore on varsity and making a difference, that's for sure. There is Dacunia Silva. Blocked at the net, and the point will go to Brockton. Ayana Griffith with the hands up to preserve possession. Marcellus will continue to serve. That's going to fall in, and Brockton will grab another point, 9-2. That serve a little bit softer, and it's going to fall in again. And now we got a timeout. Ayanna Griffith becoming a bit of a wall there right in front of the net. Doing a nice job over the last few points, blocking some attempts or point attempts, spike attempts, kill attempts, whatever you want to say. It all means the same thing. She's done a nice job defending the middle of the net there. She is a junior. And single-handedly has denied Durfee in this game at least 3 points, and it's only 10-2. Marcelo's back on the serve as action continues here at the Fieldhouse after the timeout. Trying to set up Serrano. She's had a nice night so far as well. Playing it is Streeto. That is in play. Nice job. Coming back again, and it'll fall. That time putting it away was Griffith. Instead of blocking it, she put it down on the court. It's 11-2 Brockton. Dugout, no can do. Nobody there to help out Ramos. It'll be an ace and a 10-point lead for the Lady Boxers. They always come in. Brockton, when it comes to volleyball, albeit girls or boys, they always come in and they give Durfee fits, let me tell you. They do so well here in the Fieldhouse. It's been a long time since I've seen a Brockton, or rather a Durfee win in volleyball against Brockton. It's been a long time. Brockton will make it an 11-point lead. Baker to DeCunha Silva. She'll send it over. Serrano long, and the Hilltoppers will finally get the ball back. It's been a while since they served. And it'll be Bethany Baker doing the honors. The lefty, down by 10. That's a good serve. A little bit of spin on it. For the most part, a floater. That is going to be just inside. Wow, that's close. That was close. That's another. We've seen a number of those. We saw a number of those in game one. That's another borderline call right there. Serrano on the serve now for Brockton, and that won't be a short-lived possession. Durfee will get it back. The serve goes into the net. Make it 14-4. And now DeCunha will serve. Good, strong serve. Wow, like a line drive. And on third touch, Brockton sends it back. Streeto plays it to Baker, and now on the other side, trying to send it back. They do. That's going to fall. Ramos was there. She had sent it back that first time, as was Espino Perez, and then it came back, and they were not able to block it at the net. So the Boxers get it back now. Continue to trade possessions here with each point. Ramos looking to get it back for Durfee, and that falls in no man's land. Colleen Kilroy served, moved up, and it fell right in front of her. Nobody else went for it, and she was left standing watching the ball. So now Streeto will serve as Durfee gets it back. Again, a 10-point game. But now 15-5 the score in favor of Brockton. Streeto would like to get a bit of a rhythm going here for the Lady Hilltoppers. Chaley with the set. Trying to finish it was DePina. They couldn't. They'll get it back now after Durfee gives it up, and the Hilltoppers will get the point, and they'll stay with the ball, and they will continue to serve. That's a tough play, and it goes off the official standing on the ladder, on the riser there. Streeto will continue. That's going to be short. Off the wrist. Didn't get a good hit on it. So after a brief three-point run, Brockton gets it back. Got to send it back. Good strong hit there from Oquendo. She didn't even leap at it. She just sent it over. A good dig on the other side now by Serrano. Brockton sends it back. Streeto plays it. Baker to Resendiz. Resendiz floats it in. That's trouble, and the Hilltoppers get the point. Oquendo will serve from the corner. Sinking serve there, dug out by Serrano. That falls. Miscommunication there between Serrano, Chaley, and Marcellus. Oquendo will continue to serve. Oh, and just hit it. Wow, I really thought it was going to make it. She got such power behind the first one, but that one just a hair lower. And the net is able to hold it. Hit it in that sweet part on the top of the net. And there was no resistance that time. It held it. So 17-9, and Brockton will get it back. They go on the serve here, and it is this time LeBleu back to serve again. And putting it down was Uwakazi. Sending it back was Moniz on one hit there on the serve. That's going to go back again. Streeto will play it. Hilltoppers will try to reset. Ramos wants to kill. Blocked again up front by Uwakazi. Between her and Griffith, they have done one heck of a job in this game with the blocks. That time, Durfee able to get the point. Serrano could not dig it out. But I'll tell you, between number 7, Angel Uwakazi, and number 11, Ariana Griffith, they have both been fantastic in front of the net for Brockton tonight, playing defense. A big presence. Ramos into the net. Another tough serve. Not feeling it tonight. She's had a couple opportunities that have gone into the net. Got to hit it a little sooner. It's all in where you hit the ball and how early you hit it in the air. That was a very powerful hit, but it's out of play. It was a little bit long. And a 10-point lead again for Brockton. 20-10. They're 5 points from taking game 2 and a commanding 2-0 lead, and now leading 21-10. It's an 11-point game. As Chris Eukenis will continue to serve here, number 2. I have to wait a sec. Ramos just got the ball back from in the crowd when it ricocheted after that last serve, so. To the line she comes. No, the hard serve, it sinks right to the ground, and no play for Moniz. Good serve. Intercepting it basically was DeCunha. Serrano wants the point. Streeto stands in her way. Baker We'll go to set up DeCunha. DeCunha could not get a good set on it. She just sent it over on third touch. Ramos. DeCunha wants it. DeCunha gets it. Oh, that was in. Wow, that's a tough one right there. That ball was most certainly in. The officials missed one there. Brockton will keep it. It's 13-point lead here. Resendiz puts it down. Grabs the point, stops Brockton's momentum. 23-11 now, and Molly Pereira will serve. Should be 22-12. And Durfee will grab another point now. Chaley and Serrano unable to play that. Pereira's looked good tonight on the serve. Probably the strongest out of all of the Hilltoppers. She's looked really good when serving the ball. Blocked at the net, sent back. DeCunha will send it back again. Chaley to Serrano, and Serrano will get the point, and it is game point here in game 2. And serving will be Marcellus, trying to close out game 2 and take a commanding lead in this match. The set. Who wants it? Third touch, Streeto. Able to play it back again. Nice job there. Blocked at the net by DeCunha, denying Griffith. And game 2 will continue. Baker sends it over. Griffith, now Streeto plays it. Baker will set it up. Played on the other side by Marcellus. Ramos to Baker. DeCunha wants it. She hits it into the net. That's game 2. 25-13 the score. A blowout in game 2 for Brockton. just about ready to get Game 3 underway here. Brockton with a 2-0 lead and in position to sweep the Lady Hilltoppers here in the regular season finale. It's also senior night here at the Fieldhouse for Durfee. Both teams are in the playoffs. If Brockton holds on to this win, they will share the Big 3 crown as well with New Bedford. We want to remind everybody that we have a Fred TV Sports Facebook page. So you can like and follow that if you're into social media. We highly recommend it, especially during the state tournament and playoffs, because we try to update that as often and as we can. We put some good stuff on there throughout the season. We post all of our games to there, some scores and whatnot, and results, some good articles. But for the most part, during the playoffs, we definitely post all of the state tournament stuff, results and schedules, seedings. We make sure that you're up to date. So be sure to like and follow that page, because as I said earlier in this broadcast, the Lady Hilltoppers will be in the playoffs along with a number of other teams from Durfee and Diamond and so on. It's going to be a good state tournament. And we want to make sure that you're up to date on everything. And for the first time tonight, the Lady Hilltoppers have a lead. It's 1-0 in this Game 3. They've started off ahead. They have not led at all tonight until this point. It's been a tough go of it. Good power there from DeCunha. That's going to fall. 2-0 Durfee. So maybe the tides change a little bit. It's very early here in Game 3, but you take any spark, any momentum that you can get. Ramos will serve. So can't really look at the road ahead as DeCunha puts it down. 3-0 the score. Can't really look at the road ahead other than to say that the playoffs will start, I believe, middle of next week. We're waiting for the tournament brackets, the seedings to come out. So that's why you'll want to like and follow that Facebook page, our Fred TV Sports Facebook page. We'll let you know when and where our Fall River playoff teams are going to be, whether it's at home, whether it's away, and how they did. And it is a 4-0 lead for Durfee, so a very different start here in Game 3 than the last two games. Ramos with another good serve. Played back there by LeBleu. That's trouble. Third hit coming. They have to send it over. Streeto will play it. Baker with the set. Resendiz uses the fingertips to send it over. Now with some force, sends it back. All kinds of play right at the net. Streeto to Baker. Will set up Resendiz again. No, this time DeCunha wants it. That's in for a point. It's a 5-0 lead for Durfee. One of the best runs of the night so far. They had a 5-0 run going in Game 1. I'm sorry, in Game 2, before Brockton pulled away. Ramos dug out on the other side there by Chris Eukenis. Now having to send it over is Mariel Hanin. Dug out. Baker to DeCunha. Still played, still in play. It falls. It's 6-0 Hilltoppers. It's amazing how momentum changes in sports, just like that. I mean, you lose Game 2, 25-13, haven't led all night. Now it's 6-0 Durfee here in Game 3. You just never know. And now an ace. Make it 7. What a start for Game 3. Ramos looking really good with the serve. She had some struggles earlier, but looking good now. Seems to be in a rhythm. Another good serve. Popped over the net. Baker will set up DeCunha. Sends it to the far side, and that's going to be out of bounds. That'll give Brockton their first point of this game. And it'll make it 7-1. Marcellus will serve. And it is over. Dug out nicely there by Haneen, going down to the knees. Baker with the set. Who wants it? D'Acunha wants it. With some force, but it stays in play. She'll try again. Into the net it goes, and Brockton will keep it. 7-2. Looking forward to having D'Acunha on this team the next 2 years, because I'll tell you, she's very good now, and she's only a sophomore, so she's got some great potential. And that one falls into the hands of Resendiz. And Brockton now answering Durfee. They're on a 3-0 run, trying to crawl back in. That is going to be short. Durfee will get it back with an 8-3 lead. Couple subs coming now. The Streeto is out, wearing the libero jersey. In for her is Espino Perez. And we just saw Molly Pereira come in as well, because she's going to serve. She, too, has had a nice night serving, as I said earlier. That's into the net. She'll continue to serve. Back to a 6-point game, 9-3 the score. That actually might have gone out, but it was played by Chris Eukenis. I mean, you know, it's so hard to judge and say, oh, we'll let it go. It might go out. Your natural instincts is to play the ball. It's coming at you full force. That's out of play. And it will be Brockton ball. They get the point. They're fourth in this game. And it's got to be the hardest thing, though, for a player to do is to let the ball go. Because, again, your natural instincts is to get the ball. It's kind of like in baseball, you have these hitters that are very disciplined that, wait for their pitch, and they're very selective. They don't swing the bat. I mean, it takes a lot of patience. You get the ball coming at you, your natural impulse is to swing. Well, it's the same principle here with volleyball. The ball's coming at you, you want to play it. You want to hit the ball back. You don't want to just let it go. It's not the norm. Fernandez is in now for Haneen. With some power, but that is out of play. That looked like Griffith, number 11 it was. Could not keep it inbound. She had that corner to herself. There was nobody there, but just a little bit off to the right. Baker will serve now. Marcellus plays it. The set by Chaley. Trying to put it away on that other side was DePina. It goes out of play, off of Durfee. Brockton with the point. 11-5. And Kilroy will serve now. Good serve. Over the net it goes. Ramos plays it. Espino Perez sent it over after getting the set. Durfee gets the point. And as the boxer chant comes from the visitors' sidelines and stands, the Lady Hilltoppers and Ramos put away another kill. Marcellus couldn't play it. 13-5, and D'Acunha will serve. Good serve right there with some power behind it. DePina can't play it. It's 14-5. A 9-point lead for Durfee here in game 3. Not going quietly. That is long. Boxers let it go that time. They'll get it back. Griffith will serve now, number 11. Ramos set up. Griffith into the stanchions. Wow, look at it roll around up there. That's crazy. There is one little cross beam that goes above where the center screen goes. Actually, I think it's actually support for the cabling, the wires up there, and the ball rolled around on that. Picked about a 2-inch spot to hang out for a few seconds. Go figure. Can't make this stuff up. Streeto on the serve. That is long, and it is Brockton getting it back. 15-7 the score. Ramos coming over, shoots it across the net instead of down the court. Streeto plays it back on the return from Brockton. Baker sends it over on third touch, and nobody can do anything with it. Marcellus could not loft it over the net, and the Hilltoppers get the point. They get the ball back. Acuna plays it. Resendiz looking for the spike. Goes out of play. Back in is Haneen for Fernandez. Serving now is Chris Ukenis. Ramos off the fingertips of the defender, and that was I believe that was Uwakazi this time, number 7 there. She's had good luck at the net tonight, but that time could not do anything with the offering there from Acuna. Hilltoppers keep it. And they go back on the serve, and it's another point for Durfee. Back up to a 10-point lead. Ramos really started things off well with the serving in this third game, and now with the 18-8 score, she'll continue to serve here. That falls in, 18-9. Ramos plays the serve. Resendiz gets the kill and the ball back. 10-point lead again. She'll sub out for Molly Pereira. And Molly goes on the serve. Marcellus down to the knee. Having to send it over is DePina. Or rather Griffith, excuse me. Another dig out there by Marcellus. She's been put time on the ground here in this last set. That last sequence, my goodness. Nice job. Not afraid to go and get it. That's the 11th point for Brockton. They get the ball back. And into the net. That was a strong serve by Serrano, but couldn't get it over. Just not enough arch on it, or arc on it, if you will. So Baker will serve. 20-10 the score. Trying to take game 3 and stay alive in this match. After facing elimination here in game 3, and that's off the hands of Ramos. Too hard to handle there. That ball came in hot from Griffith. Kilroy will serve for Brockton. Down by 9. Fernandez got the set there. Sent it over. Now Brockton sending it back. Ramos will send it back to Brockton. Kilroy plays it. Streeto now to Baker. In the middle there, that was Espino Perez. Could not do anything with it. 20-12. Fernandez with another shot. Falls in. Marcellus could not get there this time. She was leaning the right way, just a little bit out of reach. Streeto plays that right on the line. Now Ramos gets the set. It's blocked at the net. Once again, the Boxers defending the net. Sephora DeVivier and Ayana Griffith up front. Now Griffith's going to serve. And subbing out with Marcellus was Uwakazi, so more presence up front. And that falls in no man's land. Brockton keeps it down now by 7. That is out of play. Ramos reading it the whole way, letting everybody know it's out. And Streeto will serve, needing 3 points to take game 3. Nice job there by Chaley to get that over. And now that goes long. Brockton will get the point. So Durfee with the serve. They come up empty-handed. And they allow Brockton to get back in control and go on the serve. It's a 7-point game. Brockton can mount a comeback. They'll complete a sweep. Durfee, though, needing just 3 points to take game 3 and stay alive. Ramos with a strong hit again. Chaley will set up the hitter. That is Serrano, and they make it a 22-16 game. Just in the corner.
Come on, Durfee, side out, ladies. Let's go. Side out.
LeBlue will serve. The ball came in from the crowd, the ball that got sent out on that last point, and LeBlue had the second game ball. It came into the court, so we had to pause. So LeBlue does it again. No words for where. That one over as well. DeCunha sends it back on third touch. Marcellus to the far side. Serrano to DeCunha now. Baker with the set. Ramos trying to finish it. Marcellus is there, though. Third touch for Brockton, and it's going to be Durfee's point. 4 touches. Fernandez will serve. Marcellus plays it. They're going to set up Serrano. Nope, that was Uwakazi. Good strong hit from the back there. Durfee with the point. And it is game point here in game 3. The Hilltoppers trying to seal this game 3 win and stay alive. And now a timeout called by Coach Fallon Kamu. Here's the serve. Had to wait on it. Sending it over. Resendiz trying to finish it. Good dig. Resendiz puts it over for the Game 3 winner. 25-16, the Lady Hilltoppers stay alive. Brockton ready to rock. Lady Hilltoppers break the huddle. They are ready to. Durfee staving off elimination in Game 3, coming back strong. They went on a 7-0 run to start Game 3, and that got them off with their best foot forward. They won Game 3. Brockton, though, still holds the advantage, and for Durfee, they're still trying to keep themselves alive in this match after falling down 2-0. They now are trailing 2-1. So Brockton can still put it away here in Game 4, but Durfee will try to hold them off and force Game 5. It'll be a tall order, but they looked really good in Game 3. And Ramos, who started things off well for Durfee in Game 3 with the serving game, she is serving again to start Game 2. Durfee up 1-0 early. They got that first point. DeCunha on the other side. That might have gone out. Marcellus played it, though. And the Hilltoppers get the point. So a 2-0 start. Ramos on the serve. Marcellus plays it. And third touch, it's going to go into the net. Marcellus had to send it over. She couldn't set anybody up. Serrano wants the point. She gets the point. Baker to Resendiz. No, DeCunha plays it that time. And Hilltoppers get it back. 4-1 the score, and they will serve. Molly Pereira will do the honors now. Again, we switch sides, so every game we switch sides. So Durfee now back on the left side. That was Uwakazi. Marcellus now digging that one out. Third touch, it'll be sent over. A little high arcing hit there. DeCunha now wants the point. No, played by LeBleu. Back over to Durfee's side. There's a long volley here. Serrano trying to get the point. Defended in the back there by Ramos. And it'll fall in. Chaley mixed it up. The setter, she just tapped it over with her fingertips. Gave it a different look. And Marcellus will serve. Streeto having a run out of play, and will it get over? It gets over! Wow! Can you believe that? That was outstanding. Baker serving. Into the net. 6-2 Durfee. That's going to be just a bit short. Into the netting it goes. Brockton will get it back. They trail by 3. Serving is Serrano. Ramos plays it. It's coming towards the net, and nothing Baker can do but let it fall. Baker will set it up. Played back by Chris Ukenis, and it eventually falls. The Boxers cannot return it. So DeCunha Silva will now serve for Durfee. Good strong serve, that's going backwards. Played though by Serrano. Marcellus will send it over, and it is out of play. Durfee keeps the ball. Into the net. Kilroy serving for Brockton. That's going to fall in play. And just that quickly, Kilroy out. Back in is Chaley, the setter. And Streeto will serve. Streeto with a tough serve there too. So back-to-back tough serves for Durfee. And Brockton will get to go back on their service game. Streeto has actually been very good tonight with the serve, so that was just not a good look. Didn't get a good hit on it. She's been very good tonight. Dugout on both sides as they trade possessions. Chaley sent it over. That might have been going out. Instead, it's played by Streeto, and then it goes out on Durfee's side. So Brockton will keep it. It's 9-7. Again, if Brockton wins this game 4, they'll win the match. Durfee trying to stay alive and force game 5. That is not going to help Brockton's cause. As Griffith with the short serve, it actually goes under the net. So Durfee gets their 10th point, back to a 3-point lead. And Fernandez with a good serve. A knuckleball, really. No spin at all. And it goes out of play. That's an ace. No return on that serve. Fernandez will look to do it again. 11-7 now. Another tough take there by Marcellus. She does, she tends to do better when she's actually down on the ground, when she has to dig it out. She has trouble handling the serves. What a spike there for Ramos. That was a good, strong point. Nobody could do anything with that. And timeout called by Coach Fallon Camo. Coming out of the timeout, Fernandez will continue to serve. Durfee up by 5, 12-7. Baker with the set. Resendiz will try to finish it. Blocked at the net by Uwakazi. Once again, another good block for the tall lady boxer. Now, it should have been Brockton point. Oh, no, they gave it to Durfee. I'm sorry. The initial signal was Brockton point. I had looked down at my roster to see the number and the name, and I missed the call, the correction, I should say. So it was Durfee getting the point, 13-7. Now Brockton will get it, trailing by 5 again. And LeBleu will serve. Ramos with a good, strong hit. Serrano try to return the favor. That's going to be close. Oh, it's hit over the net just in time. Very close to the net, the play there. Baker setting up Resendiz. Now Chaley setting up Serrano again. Whistle is blown, and it'll be Brockton with the point. (14 to 9). Ramos will serve after another error, foul there by Brockton, and it is a 5-point game again. Ramos in the back. They'll set up D'Acuna. Good, strong hit. Marcellus on the return. It goes all the way back over to Durfee's side. Uwakazi has it blocked by Sydney Resendiz, and Durfee keeps it. Ramos will serve. 15 to 9, Durfee ahead in game 4. Into the net, a little bit short that time. And Chris Ucanis will serve now for Brockton. That's going long, and that is another point for Durfee. Girls thought of playing that one, then they realized, no, let it go. Serrano, left hand that time, not her regular side. Switched it up, that's in, and that's good for another point. DeCunha getting the spike there, finding the open spot on the court, 17-10. And boy, the Hilltoppers look like a totally different team than the first two games. And now Molly Pereira on the serve, a good one. And that falls in. Ramos diving to her right, Serrano with the point. So two good kills for both sides there. The last one for Durfee, and now that one for Serrano for the Boxers. Marcellus will serve it now. Ramos sends, I'm sorry, that was DeCunha, sent it back on the third touch. Serrano out, long. Durfee gets it back. So we're, again, trading possessions here with each point. Back and forth we go, but the good news for Durfee is the deficit is not getting any smaller for Brockton. They'll continue to lead 7 points, and Durfee gets another point. So it's 18-11. That'll be short. Baker kind of swatted at it, if you will. Didn't get a good firm hit on the ball. So 18-12, it's a 6-point game. Oh, and a bit of a misfire there for the Lady Boxers. Not sure what happened. Serrano's been very good tonight. And I don't know if she heard a whistle or something, but she went to go for it, kind of stopped mid-swing, and then just hit the ball. So not sure what happened. How about that? That's an ace right there. Lucky bounce from the net. Nobody played it. 20-12. An ace with a little help from their friend. The net and back to back. Oh man. Hot enough to have that happen once. Now you're just getting lucky. Another strong serve. That one, though, out of bounds to the left. Two good serves there by DeCunha to build that lead for Durfee. Now it is an 8-point lead. 21-13. Griffith, nice touch at the net, puts it over with the fingertips. 21-14. And Kilroy will serve again. Going to Ramos on the far side. Ramos gets the point, and Durfee will get the ball back. Needing 3 points to force game 5. Strito, good serve. Marcellus will play it. Here's the set. DePina sent it over. DeCunha dug it out, and now DePina wants it again. Strito on the third touch, and she'll get the point for the Hilltoppers. It was an amazing turn of events. Another timeout called by Brockton.
Come on, guys, close now. Come on, come on, guys, step on. Quick, close.
30 seconds still on the clock for the timeout. Hilltoppers already broke the huddle, and they're just waiting for Brockton. 23-14. Durfee was dominated in the first 2 games, and now could force game 5 if they can grab 2 more points. Very impressive. And they have the ability to close it out. Brockton still in the huddle after the buzzer, taking some extra time. Streeto waiting to serve, and she gets the go-ahead. Trying to serve out game 4 and force game 5. Here is Streeto. And that's going to be out. Brockton will get it back. Lady Hilltoppers have had a lot of matches that have gone to 5 games this season, and now a game point. Ayana Griffith could not serve. I'll tell you, the Brockton Boxers have had some trouble serving in this game 4, and it's really hurt them. Fernandez with a chance to force game 5. Here's the serve. Marcellus will play it. Chaley comes back. They'll send it over on the 3rd touch. Baker will set up Ramos. Ramos, it is bounced out of play on the return. Serrano doesn't keep it in play, and Durfee forces game 5. 25-15, the final in game 4. It's amazing. So here's how it goes. We play to 15 here. It's an abbreviated game 5 tiebreaker. We play to 15, and halfway through, at 8 points, they switch sides. So Durfee will start. Everybody will start where they just ended, so they won't switch to start this game. But at the 8-point marker, they will switch sides. Whoever gets to 8 first. And again, I mean, for Brockton, they're playing for a share of the Big 3 title with New Bedford. If Durfee can come back and pull off this comeback, they will knock Brockton out of Big 3 contention. So they're looking to play spoilers right here. And not only that, they are looking to up their record as well in this final regular season game. It would give them an 11-9 record tied with Brockton. And that would help them with the tournament seedings as well. If you're just tuning in, we are going to Game 5 here in girls volleyball. Senior night, Big 3 game, regular season finale. Durfee was down 2-0. They have forced Game 5, and we're about ready to get it going. So hope you'll stick around. Evan Massard with you here on Fred TV. Should be an exciting finish. Lady Hilltoppers at the court. They're ready to rock and roll. Coach Camo taking a couple extra moments with her team. Okay, Brockton will serve first, and it'll be Chris Ukenis serving. Game 5 underway. Lady Hilltoppers get the first point. DeCunha was over there on that far side. Hit it hard enough, no block at the net. Unable to send it back was Uwakazi. It's a 2-0 Durfee lead on the serve. Ramos has just been so good in the second half of this match, really starting with Game 3. And she is the person you want serving right now. Durfee up 2-0. Again, got to get to 15. This is not a full game. Serrano gets a point back for Brockton. Streeto went down to one knee, couldn't play it. And Marcellus will serve now for the Lady Boxers. Trying to pull even here. 2-1 Durfee. Ramos plays it. Baker coming back to get it. Might have been easier for Henin to play it. And that's going to be played by Streeto. She keeps it in. Ramos sends it back to keep it alive. Another set. Trying to finish it. Can't do it again. And Brockton will get the point. Two-two. Dug out by Henin. The set. And can't put it over. DeCunha could not put it over. Brockton leads 3-2. With each play, the crowd on both sides getting just a little louder, knowing this is sudden death here. Doesn't get much more exciting than this. That is gonna be in right on the corner, and I'll tell you, that's a tough one. Really close. I actually thought it was going out, but clearly right inside the corner. Good placement there. Marcellus gets another point. 4-2 Brockton. Streeto plays it. Baker with the set. DeCunha gets the finish that time. With a little extra emphasis. Molly Pereira subbing in for Resendiz. She will serve. She too has had a nice night serving. And now the Lady Hilltoppers down by one. Try to pull even. The hands of Molly Pereira serving. Into the net. Hilltoppers will get the point. Griffith couldn't put it over that time. Hit down on it a little too much. It's 4-4. Pereira will float it over. Third touch, it's sent back. Heard a whistle, and it will be Brockton's point. Serrano sends it over. Streeto to Baker. Baker to DeCunha. DeCunha does not get the point. Another bad call by the officials. Timeout call by Durfee. That ball was tipped, and they said it was not. No, the bad call by the officials. Had a couple. They've been pretty good tonight, but the couple bad ones have gone against Durfee. Some real questionable ones. Durfee down 7-4 after the non-call on the tip that allegedly happened or didn't happen. You decide, folks. Rewind the tape at home if you want. Rewind your DVRs and take a look at it. But we have an entire crowd saying that they heard it and saw it, and the official right at the net doesn't see it. I don't know. Serrano will serve. 7-4, Brockton ahead. Streeto plays it. Baker sends it back towards the middle. Durfee will get the point. Reaching over was Griffith. A little too much there. Now Baker will serve for the Hilltoppers. Serrano to Chaley, now to Griffith. Griffith will get the point. And on the 8th point, we should be switching sides here. At least Brockton thinks so, and nobody, the officials are not. There we go. Like delayed reaction. The Durfee girls and the Brockton girls will switch sides now for the final points of this game. Brockton up 8-5. Kilroy will serve, number 14, from left to right. Brockton now on the left, Durfee now on the right as we switch halfway through game 5. That is going to be just over the net and into the net on the return. Ramos went down to one knee. It is a 4-point lead now. Hilltoppers will get it back now. It's 9-6. Let's not forget Durfee started 2-0 the lead in this game 5. Since then, outscored 9-4. Good strong serve. Marcellus will play it. The set will go to the other side. That is out of play, and the Hilltoppers will get the ball. They'll continue to serve, I should say, and they'll keep the ball. Marcellus plays it again. DePina wants the point, doesn't get it. DeCunha was there. Now Ramos will try to put it away. Marcellus up in the air, it goes. DePina will send it over on third touch. Baker with the set. Ramos going again. It's blocked, and it is a point for Brockton. Streeto could not get back there. 10-7. Griffith will serve. Coming into play right in the middle is Uwakazi. She comes back in. Baker with the set now. And it's blocked by Uwakazi. What did I just say, huh? She has been fantastic at the net tonight. And that was a big point.
Push over those blocks.
Streeto plays it. Ramos wants it. Ramos gets it back. 11-8. Resendiz in for Pereira. Streeto the server. Down by 3. That's a good serve. Nobody plays it. Actually, well, I should say Serrano and Serrano and Marcellus got tied up, and then nobody else was there to play it back. So Streeto will continue to serve. It's 11-9 Brockton. That's going back. It's a 1-point game, and Streeto will try to pull even. This is about as tightly contested a match as we've seen in a long time. This is really something. That is not going to get over. Just a hair short. Not enough power behind it to have it roll over the net with top spin. LeBleu will go on the serve. Brockton 3 points away. 12-2. That's going to fall in no man's land. Nobody there. What happened that time? Timeout, Durfee. Durfee out of the huddle. trails 13-10. Hilltoppers were down 2 games to none. They forced game 5. Now found themselves in a bit of a hole here. They are down 13-10. Brockton is on the serve. They need 2 points to win the match and tie for a Big 3 title with New Bedford if they get those 2 points and win the match.
There we go, Toppers, you got this.
LeBlue will serve for Brockton.
Side out, right here, Toppers, side out.
Baker will set up Ramos. It is out, and it is match point for the Brockton Boxers. LeBlue will try to serve it out right here. Baker will set it up. It goes back. Ramos has to play it from behind. Serrano gets the point. That's the match. And the Lady Boxers end up holding on in the end in the 5th game. And they are now co-Big 3 champs with New Bedford. They win it 15-10 in game 5 after Durfee's valiant effort comes up just a bit short on senior night. Another fun one here at the field house. Not sure if Durfee will end up getting a match on this home court in the playoffs because it is record dependent, the seedings, and now losing this one drops them to 10-10. Not a bad record, again, considering where they were last year. 10 wins is quite the accomplishment, but an 11-9 record would have helped out the Lady Hilltoppers tremendously in the seedings. So we got to wait for those seedings to come out before we can figure out where and when the playoff game will be. So be sure to like and follow the Fred TV Sports Facebook page. We will keep you up to date throughout the tournament as seedings are announced. Check it out. We try to update it daily during the playoffs so that you know everything you need to know regarding your Fall River teams. Final score, Brockton wins it in 3 games to 2 over Durfee. They are co-Big 3 champs with New Bedford. Durfee will go into the playoffs, first time since '06. For now, Evan Massoud, thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.